this could just be the beginning.
Beginning of what?
All-out war. I request permission to go after him.
I cannot allow you to do this.
Hello everyone, welcome to Nevermore Film Reviews. We are back. I'm Chris.
I'm Adam.
Sean.
And today we're going to be reviewing Star Trek Into Darkness. It is the sequel to 2009's Star Trek reboot, sequel, prequel thing.
All in one shell.
Yeah, it was literally everything it could possibly be. It has J.J. Abrams returning as director, Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto. I don't know who played Uhura. I honestly forgot her name.
Don't know.
A lot of people returned and some new faces as well. So let's start off with Sean.
Wait, what, man?
What did you think of the movie, Sean?
It was as epic as the first one, if not more. It was beautifully made still. Although, like, explosion scenes, really big.
Yeah.
It was really like,
Yeah.
it was really over the top.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with over the top.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with over the top, but like repeatedly.
They kind of did the same thing with this sequel that they did with the Sherlock Holmes sequel. The first one's kind of smaller, and then the second one has more like big explosions.
Yeah.
A lot of mind games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
But no, all in all, I personally liked it. It was very good. A lot of good little geek moments. You're just like, it's cool.
There were some very good nods to the originals. I enjoyed it a lot too. I liked it better than the first one. I can confidently say that it was better than the first one. The first one, you had to go through the whole thing with like the origin stories and where these people came from, which, I mean, if you watch the original show, there was a little bit of hints here and there about how that came to be, but the first one kind of went into it more, kind of told you more about these characters, taught you more about their past, and this one went right into the action for me. There was no reason to do origins, and it just, the very first scene alone let me know that I was in for a ride.
Yeah.
And I loved the movie as a whole. It was amazing.
You loved the ride.
I love the ride. It was kind of like a roller coaster ride.
It was.
It was
yeah,
kind
it
of.
was.
It was like I felt like I had to keep like, felt like I had to be in a roller coaster, like a roller coaster seat, and just because we saw it in 3D,
We did.
Oh.
so it was
pretty awesome.
ridiculous in 3D. If you have the option, see it in 3D,
Just like,
and that's probably the only movie I'll ever say that with.
it's just.
If you have the option, see it in 3D because the 3D in this movie is amazing.
I wouldn't say the only.
One of
Yeah.
the Avengers,
But no,
I mean,
it was good. The 3D was crisp. There's a scene where like projectiles coming at your face and kind of dodge a little bit. It was good though.
Yeah, I felt like things were coming at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like legitimately coming at me, like I was scared for a bit. All right.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
All right. I really liked it. I'm going to agree with the other two.
First time.
What? Oh, shut
First
up.
time.
For the first time in about a month, I'm going to agree with the rest of them. I really liked it. It was a roller coaster ride, that's for certain. Better than the first one. We'll say the villain made the entire movie for me. That,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
He hit a soft spot in my heart
Yeah,
and my brain
yeah.
that just was perfect.
Yeah, pretty much. There's really not much I can say besides,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
yeah,
Yes.
the movie
Really good actor.
blew me away, and so it was amazing.
There's this thing that happens, not going to spoil it, but if you know anything about the original Star Trek or anything about the mythology or anything, Benedict Cumberbatch says something in this movie that you're just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
stuff's about to go down.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah.
you aren't quite prepared for it.
Storyline.
Oh, storyline. Go ahead. You started.
Good.
It's
It wasn't lacking. I don't think at one point in the movie I was
There
kind
were-
of like,
there were some points where it kind of fluctuated to like this makes sense, this really kind of doesn't.
I didn't have anything there that lost me. Nothing
Well,
pulled me off
like-
really.
I mean, at the end you realize why they did certain things in like the middle or in the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
but the
when
way
they
did
first
it
show
didn't,
it.
it was subtle. It wasn't like a complete switch of storyline to something on like a side subject. It was just like something like things happen in the movie, and it's just like, oh hey,
I will
why
say-
is that going? And then you find out why, and it works.
It does.
I will say this though, if you guys want to see Spock be more of a badass than you have ever seen in your entire
Yeah.
life,
See this movie.
see this movie.
I really don't know who was more of a badass in this movie, Spock or the villain.
The villain. What? Why was that a question?
No. you know what I mean though. Like
I mean,
the
yeah,
certain
because
Spock scene.
Okay, there is a Spock scene, but
That's all
then
I'm saying.
again, there
There's the
are
whole movie.
con scenes.
It's true.
Just mass destruction from a single
You
man.
just said his name. You just spoiled it.
They said.
Well, if you didn't know, now you do.
If you didn't know,
Yeah, Cumberbatch is calm, guys.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Continue.
good storyline, great villain.
the action got me.
Yeah.
The whole look of the movie is breathtaking. Like, I want to warp speed now more than
Oh my
anything in
God.
the world. And the score. The
Who did the
score,
score?
I don't know, but that music, I think it has to be a different guy from the original.
Yeah.
Because the original wasn't like, it was good, but they kind of just took a lot of different samples from the original movies and the original TV show and stuff like that. This one had new music that
Good.
fit
It kept,
really
it
well.
kept me going. That's for sure.
What else? How was the hero's progression in this for you guys? How did you guys think of Kirk?
Warm,
Like-
creamy center.
What?
Honestly, in this one, I kind of felt that he still had a lot of learning to do.
Yeah.
There's certain things that happened. I felt that he was still the kind of guy that,
Childish.
yeah, he was a kind of like the rich spoiled kid.
Yeah.
And no matter what, he felt he was right, everyone else was wrong, which is the same way he kind of was in the first one.
I feel like what happens in the first one makes him, obviously it makes him who he is by the end of the first one, but by the end of the first one you think that he's like automatically like went into the type of Kirk that William Shatner played in the show, like the responsible captain. This movie, the beginning of this movie anyway, shows that in between the first and the second one he kind of regressed back into the childish thing after the events of the first one. He kind of was just like, that can't possibly happen again. I don't need to be
But then
responsible.
again, you know, Kirk was never. He was never always the logical one.
That's
like
good.
he was always impulsive. So
That's
I don't think it was too much
He's
of a
always been
digress.
impulsive, but he hasn't
but-
nearly been as impulsive as he is in these first two.
Well,
I-
yeah,
I
it's
got-
still early stages though. Like
I definitely still liked the Kirk progression. I thought it
Yeah.
worked well. It did help the storyline push forward.
yeah,
So
like the character, like turmoil or conflict between characters, between him and Spock. I think was definitely more noticeable in this one.
you did learn a lot from
Yeah.
both characters
Like
through the conflict.
very.
And you get to see
Absolutely. It was nice.
you get to see that progression from the first one to this one. What will be the third one, because they're gonna make a third one.
They have to.
They have-
And what turns into the original series, and as far as Kirk and Spock's friendship, as far as how that goes, because in the beginning they hate each other,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
and then like in this one it's kind of going the other way, and then in the third one they'll probably have it to like it's full on just like they're partners, they're buddies.
Yeah.
Like
They still have to fight.
they still have to fight.
Yeah.
I was like, we still have to fight. It's gonna be great. But no,
Still have to bicker.
all in all, guys. All in all,
Out of 10?
10 out of 10, in my opinion.
9.5.
I'm gonna give it a 9. 9 out of 10.
Why does it always go downwards?
Honestly, it's a 9 for me because J.J. Abrams does his thing. I was talking about it before, where he, like, it turns and it shakes the camera, and then blinding light, and
Yeah.
then more shaking, and he always does it.
He does. He does it a lot. He didn't.
Kind of like
which
Michael
didn't make
Bay's,
sense.
like panning around. But yeah, it's just really, it's kind of annoying after a minute. But like, if it's a good movie, I don't mind, so I push through it. But like, it just like irks me a little bit that he always does it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like J.J. Abrams. I give it a 9.5 because there were just some like little tweaks in story element that I didn't get or didn't like, but I like the rest of it. I did like how J.J. Abrams is he's fantastic at putting not just humor but sarcastic humor
Yeah. That was good.
into the most dire of situations.
I really like the dialogue.
Scotty.
Yeah,
That's all I like,
Scotty.
Scotty.
Even Bones.
Yeah,
Bones was kind of comedical too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was still a good movie for me though.
Yeah, agreed. But there's one thing once we get to the spoiler section, some stuff I've got to talk about.
All right.
But I guess that's about it. It was a good movie overall. We highly recommend it. Go see it in theaters, guys.
Coming up next, we will be reviewing Great Gatsby.
Yes.
Stay tuned.